If you're looking for a health and safety video on how to use a chainsaw and cut trees, this probably isn't the video for you. This is the oil line to the pump. Hello and welcome back to Gub Farm. So in this video we're going to be pruning some trees that are blocking machines from walking around the trees that have been planted. Then I'm going to coppice some sally, and all of it will go into a wood chipper to be fed to the trees. So the problem I have here, in a number of fields we have some low branches and they're going to catch the machines as I walk up and down the end rows. So we're just going to coppice these branches, or prune these branches. Just one more branch to prune. You can see how one of them was already broken. It's all a bit dangerous. The chainsaw isn't feeding itself oil. Petrol's gone down, but the oil isn't. So normally that happens when there's a little hole in the blade, it gets clogged. So let's see if I can get it working again. Alright, so seeing bits of dirt over the hole. So you have these holes and oil feeds into them. So the oil comes out of this vent into the nearest hole beside it. And you can see this one is clogged solid, so I'm just going to clear it out. So hopefully that should work. I'm going to start coppicing the sally between Floodsalot and Little Dog. The chainsaw is not feeding itself with oil, so I'm going to have to strip it down. So if you take this off, there's a clutch, and behind it is a little pump which drives oil up to the chain. So I'm hoping that the the channel between the pump and the chain is just clogged. So I'm going to strip it off and just clear that channel. If it's not it, then it could be the actuator, or it could be the pump, or the filter's clogged. You just have to work it out. A little spring clip that will go flying across the room. Just put a cloth to catch it. Going to have to put a cylinder stop in. Just going to take out the spark plug. To create a piston stop, I've just got a piece of rope and fed it into the cylinder. That's the actuator for the pump. I'm going to try and remove the pump, see if I can get it cleared. This is the oil line to the pump. Just going to clean the oil filter in some petrol. I've just pressed the oil filter back in. So I've cleaned the pump with petrol, I've cleaned the filter with petrol. I'm going to now reconnect them and see if I've got oil coming through. No oil. So just going to put it back together. I'm going to see if when I start it, if I get any oil out. Have to line that notch with the little actuator that drives the screw pump. Just removing the rope that I use to secure the cylinder. There's still no oil coming out, so I think the pump's gone. So I'm going to bring it back to the shop where I bought it, and I think it's still under warranty. If not, just buy a pump. So it's a day later, I'm back in Little Dog. I borrowed my father's still, an MS 250. It's probably going to be a nice size for the sort of work I'm doing. So today is the last day of February, 28th, and in Northern Ireland, I think it's the same across the UK and maybe the Republic of Ireland, you can't cut hedgerows from the 1st of March to the last day of August, and that's to allow birds to nest. So I'm just going to finish coppicing, or get as much coppicing as I can done today. I'm cutting back this sally for two reasons. One, to give me wood chip so I can use around the young trees that I planted, and the second reason is then to create a lot of growth that I can coppice then over the coming years. So this sally tree was coppiced about 18 months ago, just before those trees went in, so about September 2019, and you can see the massive amount of regrowth on it. So these branches would be perfect for two things. Firstly, for coppicing in a couple of years, and secondly, for cutting back to extend the coppicing forest. It is remarkable how quick Sally and Willow will regrow when they've been coppiced. So I have to go and change my clothes, put petrol in the tank, and didn't close it properly. I've always had this problem with this saw. The caps are hard to get on, Anyway, I've now got my clothes covered in petrol, so all it takes is a spark now and I become a human fireball. So to the power of TV, I was just reflecting on the way back here about the benefits of using Sally, or I think it's more commonly known as grey willow. So Sally has two key attributes that are of interest to me. Firstly, it produces salicylic acid, which is how you make your aspirin, and that's known to trigger many defense systems in trees, or studies have shown it to trigger many defense systems in trees. So basically it makes the trees healthier. And the second thing is that it produces Indolebutyric acid, which is a growth hormone. So if you want to take cuttings and you want a growth hormone, get some willow, chop it up, put in some water, and you will have a natural growth hormone that's commonly used. So that's it. I have finished coppicing the hedge between Floodsalot and Little Dog. So I'll come back in a couple of weeks with the wood chipper. So between this and trees that my brother has taken down in the adjacent farm, he's doing a bit of fencing, I should have more than enough wood chip for the trees. So there's a lot of good Ramial growth in the trees that I've cut down, so hopefully it will be very beneficial to the hazelnut trees. Anyway, until next time, good luck.